Good morning, friends. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're doing well today. Today we will be talking in continuation of our subject on cultures. Did you know that one of the cultures that we share here in America is that of the Native Americans? The Indian culture is a beautiful and wonderful one. We're going to be learning a little bit about that today. First things first, let's go ahead and get started with our time. Time. We can't be beating our time. Time. It's time for a time. Alrighty. Right now, it is 11:40 a.m. As you can see, the red number is on the 11, right up here. And where is that blue hand today, huh? It's on the 8. That means it's 40 minutes into the hour. Alright, let's do our science times 5 times table, and you'll see exactly what I mean. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, whoops, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, and that's our 5 times table. As you can see here, when we got to the 8, we said 40. So it's 11:40 a.m. The A for morning time. Wonderful. All right. All right, first up on our list, of course, is our story time. Today's story is we're going to learn about a young man that when he later on grew up became a very important person in the Native American history. His name was Hiawatha. And what made him so important was he was such a brave and well-spoken man. Some say that he became the lead chief. Others just believe that he became a leader. It's not quite clear because this is a very, very long history. It happened a long time ago. But whichever the case may be, he used his gentle and strong words to bring together 5 different groups of people that were at one point separated into tribes and brought them together to make them a stronger people. Later on, there was a 6th tribe that came along and joined with them. And they became 6 groups that came together in the Iroquois plantation or domination. And that's located just north of New York in the North American region just before you get to Canada. To this day, there are still people there that recognize his name and remember his good deed. We're going to read a little bit about him today as if he was a little child, just like you. And you can see how he had a similar lifestyle like you. When we read this picture book, notice the different kinds of art and the words that describe the way he saw the world. What ways do you see the world the same? What ways do you see different? Do you think that you could learn anything from them? Let's get started. Hiawatha by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Pictures by Susan Jeffers. By the shores of Kichikume, by the shining big sea water, stood the wigwam of Nokomis, daughter of the moon, Nokomis. You see there's a woman that's holding the baby? That's his grandmother. Hiawatha was raised by his grandmother. And the wigwam is the little teepee that you see back there. That's their house. And they lived by the river. Dark behind it rose the forest, rose the black and gloomy pine trees, rose the firs with cones upon them, bright before it beat the water, beat the clear and sunny water, beat the shining big sea water. There the wrinkled old Nokomis nursed the little Hiawatha, rocked him in his laden cradle, bedded soft in moss and rushes, safely bound with reindeer sinews, stilled his fretful wail by saying, "Hush, the naked bear will hear thee," lulled him into slumber singing, "Iwaya, my little owlet." Who is this that lights in the wigwam? With his great eyes lights the wigwam? Iwaya, my little owlet. Who do you think this person is that's looking down on them? Many things Nokomis taught him. Of the stars that shine in the heaven, showed him Ishkoda the comet. Ishkodo, with fiery tresses, showed the death dance of the spirits, warriors with their plumes and war clubs, flaring far away to northward in the frosty nights of winter. Showed the broad white road in heaven, pathway of the ghosts, the shadows, running straight across the heavens, crowded with the ghosts, the shadows. At the door on summer evenings sat the little Hiawatha, heard the whispering of the pine trees, heard the lapping of the waters. Sounds of music, words of wonder. Miniwawa, said the pine trees. Mudwayashka, said the water. Saw the firefly, Wawa Taisi, flitted through the dusk of the evening, with the twinkle of its candle lighting up the brakes and bushes, as he sang the song of children, sang the song Nokomis taught him. Wawa Taisi, little firefly, little flitting white fire insect, little dancing white fire creature, light me with your little candle. Ere upon my bed I lay, ere in sleep I close my eyelids. What are these little firebugs that they're talking about, huh? Do you know what insect they're talking about? That's right, fireflies. Do you see them? Saw the moon rise from the water, rippling rounding from the water. Saw the flecks and shadows on it. Whispered, "What is that, Nokomis?" Whispered, and good Nokomis answered, "Once a warrior very angry seized his grandmother and threw her up into the sky at midnight. Right against the moon he threw her. 'Tis her body that you see there." So Nokomis, his grandmother, told him a story about what they could see. What were they really looking at? The hills in the distance, and the moon. Saw the rainbow in heaven, in the eastern sky, the rainbow. Whispered, "What is that, Nokomis?" And the good Nokomis answered, "'Tis the heaven of flowers you see there, and all the wild flowers of the forest, all the lilies of the prairie. When on earth they fade and perish, blossom in the heaven above us." Like you must have. Little Hiawatha had lots of questions for his grandmother. Nokomis answered them all, taught him about the different flowers, the grass, the sky, the clouds. What kind of things do your mommy and daddy, or perhaps your grandmother and grandfather, teach you about? Do you wonder the same things that Hiawatha has ever wondered? What's this? When he heard the owls at midnight, hooting, laughing in the forest. "What's that?" he cried in terror. "What is that?" he cried. "Nokomis?" And the good Nokomis answered, "That is but the owl and owlet, talking in their native tongue, talking and scolding at each other." How do you think that Hiawatha felt? He looks scared, doesn't he? His grandmother told him that it was just the owls talking, even though he couldn't understand what they were saying, and it was a little scary to them. She helped him understand. Then the little Hiawatha learned of every bird its language, learned their names and all their secrets, how they built their nests in summer and when they hid themselves in winter, talked with them whenever they met him, called them Hiawatha's chickens. Now, are those chickens? No. They are different kinds of birds, though. And to Hiawatha, they were his birds. Of all the beasts, he learned the language, learned their names and all their secrets. How the beavers built their lodges, where the squirrels hid their acorns. How the reindeer ran so swiftly. Why the rabbit was so timid. Talked with them whenever he met them, called them Hiawatha's brothers. Ye who love a nation's legends, love the ballads of a people, that the voices from afar can call us to pause and listen. Speak in tones so plain and childlike, scarcely can the ear distinguish, whether they are snug, sung, or spoken. Listen to the Indian legend, to this song of Hiawatha. There were so many things that we could relate to with Hiawatha. He was young and a little itty bitty little baby at one point, just like you and me. Yes, even me. Even grown-ups. He was a little child at one point. He learned to run, how to build things, how to gather food. And it was his Nokomis, or his grandmother, that helped teach him these things. But do you think that the animals around him also had an important part to play too? They taught him so many different things, and that's why he called them his brothers, his sisters, his chickens. These words that he used was his way of saying that these are like my neighbors. I love and care for them, and I see the world through their eyes. When you can start to see things from someone else's eyes, you can do such wonderful things together. Even if things like time and distance separate you, you always have the ability to be together in your hearts. Alright, so let's go ahead and check off story time on our list. We are moving that X down to the fun part. Alright, are you ready to get those check fingers out for me? Ready, 1, 2, 3, down and up, check. That wasn't a very good one. Whoop, there we go. Alright, give me just a moment to set up and we'll be right back with the game. Remember, you can always play these videos back yourself. This game I would like to encourage you to make your own version of, in any way you like. I'll be using corn as my little images, but you can use anything in your version that you would like to make at home. Use your imagination. I'll teach you the rules of this new game. a game that Miss Mithril made a long time ago for her students. Her students as well as children that she would babysit or watch after. It was her way of entertaining them, and today I'm going to teach you how to play. This game I have called Corn Maze. As you can see right here, I drew a little house right here, and it says Farmer's House. And here are all the different corn that I have in the field. Now, if you wanted to do corn just like this, you can. Or you can do little hearts, little flowers. Really, it's up to you. It's your game. It's your imagination. You do with it what you see fit. And this is how you do it. It seems easy enough at first, but it gets tricky along the way. What you're going to do is you're going to take a little marker. And you can play this by yourself, or you can play with somebody in your home. You can play with a friend. Maybe mom and dad might like to play this with you. And it also makes a good car ride game. Blip. So, first you're going to choose, in this case, a ear of corn to start with. I'm going to start with this one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to connect it to another one. Simple enough, right? Now I gotta do it again. Oh, look! I did it again. Awesome. Connected yet another one. You have to have the marker touching each one for it to count. Alright. I've connected it. Alright, I've chosen another one to connect. Uh-oh. Here's the tricky part, though. I have to connect all the pieces without crossing any lines. So that means no going this way. Don't let the lines touch at all. It can be very tricky after a while because you have to try to not touch the house too. Let the marker. Poof. Oh, see that part right there? I almost made it touch the house and the other corn. Whew. Now what happens if they touch? Well, it's game over. And you have to come up with another game. Whoop, come around this way. What? Alright, so I was able to successfully connect them. But let's say that you're playing with a friend. Okay? This is where it can get really tricky. If you can do it by yourself without touching any of the lines like I just did, great. You've won the game. But let's say you have two friends that want to play. One that's going to have the red marker right here, and one's going to have the blue marker. Well, let's say you let your red friend go first. Whoop. See if I can... Alright, so you say to your friend, actually, you know what? I need a friend. Let me see what Aunty Bow's up to. Aunty Bow! Aunty Bow! Are you here? Yeah. What's up? Good morning. You were sleeping? Oh, yeah, sure was. What's going on? Do you want to play a game? Do I? Oh, yeah, I would love to play a game. What game is it? We're playing Corn Maze. Oh, yeah, you taught me how to play this one. Oh, yeah. So, you're needing two players to play it? Yes. Alright. So, which one am I going to be? You can be any color you like. The options are red and blue, it seems. I'll be red. Alright. So you're going to choose for me which one I'm going to do first. Alright, pick up your blue. Very good. Alright, I want you to connect this one to this one. Okay, you sure? Yeah. This one to this one. Alright, here I go. Good job. Alright, my turn. You mean my turn? Well, yes, it's my turn to speak. Your turn to draw. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, it's kind of tricky there, isn't it? Yes, it is. Why don't you use two hands? You're so silly. Right. Okay, I want you to connect. Let me think. Can you connect this one down to this one? Oh, you almost pointed the way for me there. Yes, I did. I was hoping you wouldn't notice. Yeah, I noticed. Alright, so that one to that one? Yes. Alright, but it can't cross the line, right? Right. Alright, here we go. Piece of cake. Good job. You guys want to see? Want to see what I did? Yeah. Still on the paper. Didn't touch anything else. Alright, my turn. You mean my turn. Okay, it's both of our turns. Okay! Connect that one to this one. Way up here in the corner? Yes, right there. Right there for me. Okay. Alright, you touching? Yeah, it's touching. Let me see. Yeah, it's touching. Whoa. Oh, goodness, that's going to be very difficult later. Yeah, I'd say so. Oh, goodness. Alright. So, on that note, I'd like you to connect this one. Oh! To this one, right? No. All the way back here. Oh my gosh, it's so far though. Okay. Right. This one to this one, right? Yes. Alright. Oh no! Ooh. If that line was any wider. Oh goodness. Technically I lost. You see how the red has touched the blue line? Yeah, this is where it gets tricky. The further you go into the game, the harder it is. So I lost the game. But that's okay. I had a lot of fun. And let me count how many lines I got. Last time I got 3. Did I get more than 3 lines this time? 1, 2. Okay, just 2 lines. But that's okay. Well, this is real fun. Remember, friends, you can draw anything. That's what Mithril told me. You can draw any kind of pieces you want for your game. And you have them anywhere. And also, if you notice, she did something. What did I do? Hold it up for me. I'll help you. Alright, so see how it's like very, very plasticky and makes that sound? She what's called laminated it. So if you laminate it and you use erasable markers like we just did, then you can play the game over and over and over and over and over and over. You good? Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I think you get the idea. You get a little dehydrated when you're on the outside of the body. Yeah, I do. Alright, well thank you so much, Aunty Bow. Bye, friends. I hope you had fun. I did. Alright, and that is, well, I call this one corn maze. You can do this with any way you want. You can also do numbers. Have your friends connecting the 1 with the 2 to the 2 to the 3, kind of like connect the dots. Alright. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Let's move on to our word of the day. See you in just a moment. Yeah, see you in a moment. That truly was a fast moment. Mind if I join you? Not at all. Yeah. Looking a little tall there. Hold on. That's much better. Alright. So, now it's time for the word of the day? Yes. Alright. Can I call Janella? Yes, you may call Janella. Alright. Janella! Shh. Do you think she heard you? Maybe. You don't want to use the bird caller? I don't have lips. Oh. Oh, okay. Maybe you better do it. Hey, here's an idea. How about you use the whistle and I'll call her name? Oh, that's a great idea. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Janella! Janella! There she is. What? Janella. 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 What's the word of the day, pretty boy? Oh, there it is. Okay. You see that? Oh, yeah, I see that. Alright. Today's word, friends, is please. Please. Very important word. Your mommy and your daddy probably are telling you things to use that word as much as you can. And today we're going to use it in a sentence because it really is a very important word. Remember, the word please can be a magic word. Remember, the word please can be a magic word. You sure it's not pronounced word? That's what I'm saying. Word. 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 It's okay. I'm just teasing Aunty Bow. There are different people that say things in a different way. The point is we all understand what we're saying. Yeah. Like when she says raspberry. What's wrong with raspberry? Raspberry. I'm saying it pretty good for somebody that doesn't have any lips. Raspberry. Raspberry. Where's the P? Oh, silly jokes. Alright, friends. Well, we will see you next time here on the Griffin's Nest. Thank you for joining us, and have a great day. See if you can make some games up for yourself today. Do something new, shake a little boogie, and have a great day. See you next time. Bye!